anybody's interested in the psychology of a homepage, I can walk you through that really quickly while we move into some examples of it. Banner image that immediately shows off the aesthetic of the brand, and then the big text should be the main benefit of your business, make your small business bigger, and then fun explanation and a call to action. This is the highest risk call to action on your homepage. One of the big things a lot of people talk about, somebody told the internet a few years ago that you only should have one call to action on every page, like one main kind of call to action. Even if you do it repeatedly, it's one kind of call to action. That is true on most pages. It's certainly true on a sales page. It is not true on your homepage. Your homepage acts as a roundabout for clients. Somebody landing on your homepage likely is in all different stages of the buyer's journey. They may not know you. They may not know your industry. They might not be familiar with your solution. Maybe they're here to figure things out, or they might know you, know your content, love you, and they're ready to buy. So generally, on your homepage, you want to have all different kinds of calls to action, but in decreasing order of risk down the page. So right here, highest call to action, take the first step, book the call with me. This goes to the contact page. This is where you're directing people who've been here before. They know you, they're familiar to take the step to work with you. Okay, so that's our hero image. Then we go into the benefits. Again, this is where you expand on the main benefit, no call to action needed here. We're going to assume that for most coaching, consulting, influencer businesses, they want to grow their list. That's why this is so high at the top of the page. If you're really interested in cash flow, I would skip this and go right into your services and move this down the page. We're assuming that this coach is pretty established, and rather than generating cash flow, she really wants to grow her list. That's why this is next. Now we move into the services. Generally, you'll see the same thing on a long form sales page. The top of the sales page is devoted to benefits. Why do I care about what you do? How is this going to make my life better? Then we move into how does it work? What can I expect from working with you? Now we go into her three services, learn more. Second, highest risk call to action, go to the services page. You want to know my pricing. You want to know more about what I do. Keep scrolling. Who the heck is this chick? She's wearing all these cool things. She's making all these promises. Seems like she's fancy. But wait, who is she? Okay, now we've got a little intro for her. Oh, Diane messed a trick. This should be a button that goes to your about page. Lowest call to action, right? Okay, so we know how she's going to make our life better. We know what she does. We know who she is. But how do I know if it's even going to work for me? Oh, social proof. Here we've all the testimonials from people saying that she's amazing. Again, you'll see a homepage design, the psychology of a homepage, you will see echoed in a long form sales page. No call to action needed there. And then an even lower risk call to action. It could be debated that the portfolio should be higher than the about. It depends on how your business is structured and what you need. But then portfolio, if that's relevant. Finally, we have FAQ. I put this here because most people do this, and I didn't want this to be a barrier to purchase. I really like having the FAQ on the contact page because they are diving in. That's where they're going to have questions. And then again, I just always like ending the homepage with another, like if you scrolled all the way to the bottom, but none of these other call to action have spoken to you or prompted action, you're not really in yet. I want to make sure that I don't miss you. The lowest risk call to action possible is give me your email. If you're not interested in doing that, just follow me on social. Down at the very bottom. That's the psychology of how all this works. Service-based businesses, homepages work. It gets different if you get into product-based or e-commerce. But for most service-based businesses, this is the general outline you're going to see. Okay, so that's the Sage template. Now let's look at some examples. She bought the Sage template from the SquareKicker store just a few days ago. I'm like, this is what she made. You guys can see it, right? Look at how beautiful this is. Totally different. I mean, you can see the template, but totally different, right? She's diving into the main benefits and what moves her. Awesome. Beautiful use. This. And then goes into what she does. And then this is her. And then real results. We've got these great testimonials. And then view the portal. She doesn't have a portfolio she's sending people to, but she's sending people to her portal, FAQ. And then she ends with the newsletter. Oh, it's gorgeous.
I just love to see this because it's So blatantly obvious to me that the structure is the same, but it feels like a different website because it's her branding, font choices, colors. It feels different.
It's amazing what you can do when you just change photos, fonts, and content. You can see it's the same site, but it looks and feels completely different. And then I'll show you a couple of others. This is one of the first ones that I did, and we moved things around a little bit. This is her product because this was a one-page thing. You can see it's very similar to how we structured the site, built off that Sage template foundation. And then this is Talar's site, and she used the Sage template too,
Yeah, see, that looks a lot different too.
right? It's the exact same template, but just really beautiful. Very cool. Let's say stop sharing there. Are we back? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So really interesting to see. I think that's an important thing to have on your site too, is to have
Mhm.
those examples of here's this template, but this is this template in action so people can see
Yeah.
how it looks and how easy it is to customize to their own brand. Make it look like you, your business, your brand, and within 2 days. So super nice. This was great.
Love it.